Standard form of quadratic equation. Identify quadratic equations from the following. Factorization with splitting the middle term. Finding roots using quadratic formula and nature of the roots. Representing quadratic equations for the given situations. These are all the things which we are going to discuss as part of quick revision tour of quadratic equations. Hi, my dear class 10 students. Welcome to quick revision tour powered by Goodbix. In this chapter, we have 3 exercises, and first exercise is related to identify quadratic equations and represent given situations as quadratic equations. Second exercise is based on factorization method. Third exercise is quadratic formula related problems. So my dear students, now in this quick revision tour of quadratic equations, we are going to discuss mainly these 3 key concepts, and of course we also are going to solve the problems which are there in this exercise, and we have to recall the knowledge which you have learnt in chapter 2. What is that? Quadratic polynomials. Now let us recall the knowledge which we have learnt in second chapter. See, here we have different types of polynomials based on degree, and let us also see different types of polynomials based on number of terms. Now let us see some examples. These are the 2 examples for linear polynomials, and these are the example for quadratic polynomials. Let us now slowly move towards our exercise first. So here we are providing some polynomials, and you need to identify which of the following are quadratic polynomials. You have 3 seconds of time. Might be you entered the correct answer in the comment box. Now see here, A, B, C means these 3 are quadratic polynomials. Let us check one more. Identify quadratic equations now. Previously we have identified quadratic polynomials. Now you have to identify quadratic equations. Again you have 3 seconds of time. You might be entered correct answer, and the correct answer is A and E. These 2 are the equations, and these are quadratic equations. Now let us solve some problems. Here we have an equation, and we need to check whether it is a quadratic equation or not. So first of all, let us take this given equation, and you can see this is in the form of a plus b whole square formula. So using this formula we can write x square plus 1 plus 2x, and when you multiply with 2 to this x minus 3, you will get 2x minus 6. Both sides we have 2x, so you can cancel, and after cancellation and simplification, finally you will get x square plus 0x plus 7 is equal to 0. Since this equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and a is not equal to 0, we can say this is a quadratic equation. I am repeating the reason. Since this final equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we can say this equation is a quadratic equation. Now let us solve one more problem, and this is the given equation. Here let us first of all multiply this x plus 1 with x, and then again with minus 2 to this x plus 1. Similarly, right side also to this x plus 3, let us multiply first of all with x, then to this x plus 3 let us multiply with minus 1. So our next step would be as we discussed now. After multiplication we can write as shown here on the screen. On both sides you have x square, so you can cancel, and after cancellation and simplification, finally you will get minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0. Since this above equation is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, this is not a quadratic equation. Why? Because it is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Let us now solve problems on our second key concept, represent the following situations in the form of quadratic equations. So here we have a problem on the screen, and in this problem they said that the product of 2 consecutive positive integers is 3, not 6. We need to find the integers. So for this situation, let us write quadratic equation. Since we don't know the required number, we are assuming it as x, And they said that consecutive positive integers, so we can write the next number is x plus 1. And as per the given condition, product of these two numbers means x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. So that is what we can write as per the given condition. So we have written x into x plus 1 is equal to 306, and x into x, x square plus x into 1, x. When you transpose this 306 towards left, you can write the equation as shown here on the screen. Therefore, this is the required quadratic equation for the given situation. Let us solve one more problem and represent it as a quadratic equation. And in this problem they said that length of a rectangle is 1 more than twice its breadth. So we are assuming breadth of this rectangle is x meters. So length will become 2x plus 1 because they only said that 1 more than twice its breadth. So 2x plus 1. Twice of the breadth is 2x. 2x plus 1 is nothing but 1 more than twice its breadth. And they have given that area of rectangle means length into breadth is equals to 528. So we can write x into 2x plus 1 is equal to 528 as per the given condition. And when you multiply this, you will get 2x square plus x is equal to 528. And after transposing, you will get a nice equation. And this is the quadratic equation which they are asking us to form using the given situation. Our next and important key concept is factorization by splitting the middle term. Let us now solve the problem based on factorization method, and this is the given equation, and in this equation or in this polynomial the middle term is minus 3x. Our main duty is to factorize this given polynomial. We need to split the middle term into two different new terms. So when you add the new terms, you should get minus 3x. When you multiply these two new terms, you should get minus 10x square. For more details how to split the middle term, please find the link given in description. And after splitting this polynomial, we will get the new polynomial as shown here on the screen. This is the given equation, and this is the equation after splitting the middle term. From these two terms, if you take x common, you can write x into x minus 5. From these two terms, if you take plus 2 common, you can write 2 into x minus 5. Next, after taking x minus 5 common, you can write x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. If x minus 5 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 5. If x plus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 2. Therefore, 5 or minus 2 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Let us solve one more problem on factorization method, and this is the middle term. And first of all, we need to split this middle term into two different terms, and after splitting we can write as shown here on the screen. So this is the polynomial or quadratic polynomial after splitting the middle term. So this is the equation given, and after splitting we can write as shown here on the screen. When you take 2x common from these two terms, you can write 2x into x plus 2. Similarly, from these two terms, if you take minus 3, you can write minus 3 into x plus 2. After that, you can write x plus 2 into 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. If x plus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 2. If 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 3 by 2. Therefore, minus 2 and 3 by 2 are the zeros of this given quadratic polynomial. Our next topic of this chapter is nature of the roots. Finding the nature of the roots, and you know b square minus 4ac is the discriminant, and with the help of this discriminant we can find the nature of the roots of given quadratic polynomial. If you want, you can take screenshot or else you can note down all these formulas which are going to really help you a lot in the exam. So let us solve some problems based on this nature of the roots or discriminant. Here this is the given equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And this is the discriminant formula, and when you compare this given equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, you can write a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to 5. Now our main focus is we need to find nature of the roots. For that we are going to find the value of b square minus 4ac, and that is what you can see here on the screen. Finally, we got minus 31 as the value of the discriminant. Hence we can say this b square minus 4ac is less than 0. This particular equation does not have any real roots. this is how we can tell the nature of the roots using discriminant formula. Let us solve one more problem and find the nature of the roots of this given equation. So this is the given equation, and let us compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c. So you can write a is equals to 3, b is equal to minus 4 root 3, c is equals to 4. Now our main focus is we need to find the value of discriminant using b square minus 4ac formula, and we got 0. Since we got the value of discriminant is equal to 0, this particular given equation will have two equal real roots. In the exam, if they ask you to find the roots, then you can use this formula to find the roots of this particular quadratic equation, and this is called quadratic formula. Let us solve one more problem on this topic. So this is the given equation, and you can compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c. So you will get a is equals to 2, b is equal to minus 6, c is equal to 3. Our main focus, we need to find the value of this discriminant using b square minus 4ac formula, and when you substitute these values in this formula, you will get b square minus 4ac value as 12. Since this discriminant is greater than 0, this particular equation will have two distinct real roots, and if you are curious to find the roots, you can use this quadratic formula to find the roots of this particular equation. Our next topic is we need to form quadratic equation and solve. Let us now form a quadratic equation for this given situation and solve. In this question, they have given that perimeter of this rectangle is 80 meters and area is 400 meters square. We don't know length of this rectangle, so we are assuming x meters. And they have given perimeter is 80 meters, and you all know that perimeter formula 2 into length plus breadth is equals to 80. In place of length, let us put x, and finally using this equation we will get breadth is equal to 80 minus 2x by 2. Now you all know that area of rectangle is length into breadth, so length is this, breadth is this. When you multiply these two, you will get 400, because they only given in the question area is 400. And when you solve this equation, you will get the required quadratic equation as shown here on the screen. Finally, we got quadratic equation for this given situation, but they are asking, is it possible to design a rectangular park? It means, does this quadratic equation has real roots or not? If it is not having real roots, then we can say it is not possible. If it is having real roots, then we can say it is possible to design a rectangular park. So first of all, using our discriminant formula, we need to find the value of b square minus 4ac, and we got the value is equals to 0. Since b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, we can say this particular equation has two equal real roots. Hence we can say it is possible to design the rectangular park with the given dimensions. Since we got this particular equation has two equal real roots, let us find the roots. So if you take 2 common, you can write as shown here, and when you transpose this 2 towards right side, finally you will get as shown here, and here the middle term is minus 40x. After splitting, you can write as shown here, and after taking common and simplification, you will get the value of x is equal to 20 and 20. Therefore, we can say that it is possible to design the rectangular park with length 20 and breadth also 20. So this is a special kind of rectangle. What is the specialty? This is a square. Let us take one more word problem and solve. And in this problem, they are asking us whether this situation practically possible or not. And they have given sum of the ages of two friends is equals to 20 years. We don't know any one of the age, so we are assuming one of the friend is x years. So second friend age will be 20 minus x, because when you add these two, you will get 20 only. And 4 years ago, age of this first friend should be x minus 4. Age of the second friend should be 20 minus x minus 4 is nothing but 16 minus x. And the given condition is the product of these two ages 4 years ago is equal to 48. It means x minus 4 into 16 minus x is equal to 48. Now you have to simplify, and after simplification you will get as shown here on the screen. So this is what the final equation we got using the given situation. Now we need to check whether this situation practically possible or not. For that, we are going to find the value of discriminant of this equation. Now we got the value of discriminant is equals to minus 48, which is less than 0. It means this particular equation does not have any real roots. If there are no real roots, then we can say this situation is not practically possible. So, my dear students, as part of quick revision tour of quadratic polynomials, we have discussed all these topics, and these are the problems which we have solved using the key concepts. Hope our quick revision tour is really helping you a lot to save your time, energy and health. If yes, immediately share with as many friends as possible. Thanks for watching and learning. Have a nice day.